Everybody, it is your girl Latiska, baby. I had to drop in and connect with my people real quick. But I had to hear this song and I wanted to share it with you. That when you look at me, you see your child, you see my name. I know that you will never leave. I trust you, Father. I believe. Now, we're going to drop it right there. This is the main reason why I got on here tonight, to talk to you about your divineness, your sacredness, your wholeness, your being, your spiritual being that was thought about. You were created to be here. You were created for such a time as this. You were created to be a part of this beautiful thing called life. And it is very essential that you tap into that you change these mindsets that some of us have. Stop being so angry. Open your heart up to receive some love. And I want you to know this, the smartest person knows that they know nothing at all. The smartest person knows I've studied a thing, but I haven't studied everything. So know what you know, be confident in what you know, but be confident also when somebody else tells you something. Kind of pay attention, because people come to share information with you. Anywho, this is what I'm talking about. We all were created off of a thought, just like the things that we do on a daily basis. On a daily, our thoughts become things. Most people don't believe it because they don't pay attention to life. And it is what it is. But when you are a conscious creator, you understand that your thoughts become things and that you have to operate in the law of being. And I'm going back and forth because I'm on two different streams right now. So in saying that, the creator is a part of everyone. That's why our thoughts can become things and our words are so powerful. And that our affirmations and the positive things that we say over our lives, over our families' lives, over each other, one another, we have the ability. And I want you to understand how powerful we truly are. We drop this anger, we drop this hatred, and we harmonize in a place of love and treating people the way we want to be treated. Do you know how awesome that would be? And we all have the ability to do it. We all have that ability to make the choice which is greater for the sake of humanity than just for ourselves. And I want you to understand that even in your selfishness, because I understand being in selfish seasons, I understand it being selfish to the point where you don't want to share everything. I understand all those things because growing up, we all had to share every freaking thing. Everything. I got to share everything. Everything. And then you get to a point where it's just some things I don't want to share. I don't have to share. I shouldn't have to share with anybody. You know, my food is my food. What I like to do is what I like to do. That kind of stuff. But it's a difference in being selfish and selfless. It's very few people that are selfless. Most people are for themselves. And if you listen to the music and some of the things that's going on the radio and just listening to music lets you know. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the music. I want you to understand exactly what I'm saying. Life is given to you according to your own belief. So I don't get into the beliefs of others because that's not even who I am. And that's not who any of us should be. I was created, born, and I've walked my own path, just like each and every last one of you. But to understand that each path is sacred, each path is holy, each path is divinely made for each person, that is the most magnificent place to stand in. To understand that you have the power within your DNA to create from the standpoint of I am, that's magnificent within itself. And to understand that you may not even, and I can only talk, I'm gonna test to me today. I've never known my physical father, but I've known the spiritual part of me my whole entire life. I've known that our Father my whole freaking life. I have not missed out on a thing because the Creator has been my mother, my father, my shelter, my clothing, my food, my every freaking thing. And I want you to know, if you tell yourself the truth, God has been all of that to you, because God is omnipresent. God is. The Creator is. The universe is. All of those things. And it's nothing that any one of us can take away from that. We can only go into the gratefulness of that to see how looked over we truly are, how loved we truly are, how heard we are. Even our thoughts are heard and manifested. Do you get it? Your belief in who you are. And how many times, I want you to understand this. That's like affirmations. You can say an affirmation until your nose runs and your eyes tear up and your ears bleed. You can do all of that, but it's going to take a time. It's going to take time for you to believe that affirmation, especially when you haven't believed it your whole entire life. Baby, do you know how much programming you got to break through to get to? Just to get to it, you got to say this thing 3 times a day, at least 21 days. You cannot be stagnant about your affirmations. And not only that, when you are saying these affirmations, your actions got to go with what you're saying. If your actions ain't going with it, what you doing? You just saying something. You're not impressing your subconscious mind to do nothing else but listen to you talk until you decide to go into the land of being. You got to go to that land. You got to go to that land that you dream about. You got to actually create that space. You got to do that. And you got to be in that, because that is a place that's created in you that nobody else can see but you. And I used to tell my children this, and if you were to meet them, I promise you they would tell you what exactly this is what I used to tell them. Nobody knows your dreams but you. I can tell you this, there's a lot of dreams that I just can't even really go in depth on. I can't even explain it to nobody. That's a dream. That is a whole dream. Not only is it a dream because it's real inside of me, it will be real outside of me. And that's the blessing, that's the beauty, that's the essence of life, to walk in that space of everything is always working out for me. I always have what I need when I need it. The people around me love me and adore me. The people that I interact with, I add to them and they add to me every day in every way. Everything and everybody I prosper, and everything and everybody prospers me back. Do you not understand? That's like, you talking about being in a universe, you talking about being a galactic star. Let me tell you something about a galactic star. And this is true talk, real talk, coming from wisdom and understanding. A galactic star is in unity with everything, sees nothing wrong with anything. Who would have thought? A galactic person knows that everything is happening the way it is supposed to happen. It is happening for the people that believe that it's happening. In actuality, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Ain't nothing happening. It's nothing happening. Like I talk to people that are in churches, and they'll say, well, you know, Jesus is coming back. Baby, I had this whole pastor cuss me out, baby. He done flip mode, baby. He like Jesus and flipping tables, and I'm talking about, he just started hooping and hollering on the phone and carrying on. I said, so you really believe that? I said, the earth has been here for billions of years, and scientists have proven that. If it's a transition or an ascension, that happens consciously. You consciously become aware that something is different. That's consciousness. Why would the universe create this place, put us on a planet in the middle of the galaxy, and if it was not for gas in the air, the sky would not even be blue? But because it's a gas in the air, that's what makes the sky blue. So imagine the sky not even blue. It's just darkness and stars out there. And we are people on a planet. And you never ask yourself a question. Why am I on a planet in the middle of the galaxy? And nothing holding me here but gravity. Why am I here? Never question yourself, why am I here? Most people pick up their why according to their surrounding. Get it? Whatever you're surrounded by, that becomes your why. But now, if you never question why is your why, your why. And I feel like we all should question ourselves. We all should question ourselves for the main reason we have these core beliefs that are really paradigm shifts. Because until you change your belief, you're going to be where you at. If you think nothing is never going to change, you're going to wake up, you're going to do the same thing tomorrow, and you're going to keep talking to the same people and all this, that, and the other. No, life is full of choices. You don't even, let me tell you how creative you could truly be. Truly, you could wake up in the morning, because when you go to sleep tonight, everything from today is over. So now you waking up, you got new life. Hey, you stretching and getting your yoga on, whatever you're doing, moving your body, dancing. I don't know what you may be doing, but you're getting up out your bed. It's nothing and nobody you have to connect to from yesterday to today. If you really wanted to change your life and just really start over and do something, you could do that. And you don't even have to move anywhere. You just have to move differently in your own surrounding. Do you see how magnificent that is? So, Letiska, you mean to tell me I just have to move differently? You want something different. Why not make the unfamiliar familiar to you? Why would you continue? Let's say you're in a familiar place. Okay, you're in a familiar land, but you don't like the familiarity that's going on in your land. That's not even what I'm just not with it. I'm not for it. I'm not necessarily against it, but it's not for me.
Low battery.
Because you have the ability to say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to keep doing it. I just don't want to do it. And don't have to explain that to anybody. The key is, excuse me, let me turn this thing around. The key is to know that I am a gift. I am a creation. I am a thought created by the Creator itself. When I was created in happiness, wholeness, well-being, those things. I was created. Not only that, you got to tap into, I'm spirit. I'm spirit. Wrapped in flesh. This body is not my body. This mind is borrowed. But it's a connected, borrowed mind. And that's a beautiful thing, to have a connected, borrowed mind. Because I want you to know some of them thoughts that come through your mind, baby, don't be yours. They be yours, but they be old programming, and you got to be careful about what you entertain when you entertain your own thoughts. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. One day, it's been a couple of months ago, I was sitting at the kitchen table eating soup. And while I was eating soup, guess what happened? I started entertaining thoughts. And I caught myself instantaneously. And you know what I said? I said, wait a minute, ain't nothing happening to me. What is this conversation about? Why am I having this conversation within myself? And I had to say, this is a hallucination. I said it out loud. I want my mind to know that's a hallucination and none of that is real. But that's what we do on a daily basis, from the time we open our eyes to the time we lay down and go to sleep. And some of us can't hardly sleep. Want me to tell you why? Because you're still thinking. And then the Bible says to meditate. By the meditation of your heart. People don't like to get quiet. People don't like to unplug. People like the convenience and the hecticness of life. Because to understand that all things are good, but to do them in moderation, it's like, how is that? Yes, it's just that simple. You do not have to sacrifice life to live. And I think a lot of people, especially my young people, and it's hurting me to see that you would sacrifice being happy, but then that be your prayer. You know, I just want to be happy, but you don't do nothing that make you happy. You don't even eat food that you like. You would rather restrain yourself from food that you like. It's just life. And it's a given. It's a given. You know, you're going, well, you have more energy if you do this, and you can do this if you do that. And you can enjoy your life and live and be grateful for whatever it is you have. That's a whole nother way to look at it. A lot of people feel like they live in lack because they're always wanting something that they see somebody else with. And they don't have the attitude of gratitude for what they have, so new could come through their door. But if you're looking at something and saying, oh, let me see something. Oh, I need to get such and such. I need to get some more ketchup. Instead of saying something, because all you got to do is rearrange your words. That's all you got to do is just rearrange your words. Because need means lack. So I don't need any ketchup because I have it. I will be purchasing more ketchup soon. Mindset, check, check. Well, I'm trying. And I'm crying because you're trying, because trying means you're going in a circle. That means you're not going anywhere. You're just trying. This is what you do. And 9 times out of 10, people that are trying keep doing the same thing. Won't do nothing different. But they've made up in their mind that it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. But in order for your stuff to work, guess what you got to get? A little uncomfortable. You got to get a little present. You got to have a little discipline. You get some things that you have to do for your trying to work. Because if you're trying the same places and the same people doing the same thing, you're not really trying, because you're not even stretching yourself beyond your own thought process. If you only going to do business with people you're comfortable with, well, you limiting yourself. If you're only going to do business with people that you're comfortable with, why you can't be comfortable with humanity? Humanity is a part of you. Hello, somebody. And we got to get to that place within ourselves where I am right now. Let me tell you why I am right now, because I was a thought. I am right now. Every one of the promises you are right now, full of every one of the promises of God. Right now, of source, of the universe, right freaking now. We are whole, complete beings that do not lack anything. Nothing is a lack. And you got to know that you are free. Free, right freaking now. Free to do, be, and exist and live the way that you choose to live, because it's your life. And if you're just basing your life off of making other people happy, guess what they're going to do? Those other people going to live their life. And they're not going to be so bothered about if you rock with them or not. And it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you this, real talk. When my mother passed, I think that was like very dramatic to me. It was very dramatic to me because my mindset said that was all I had. I wasn't looking at my children. I wasn't looking at what was left. I was looking at what I thought had left. Now I'm in a headspace to know that she's spirit and truth. And whenever I call her name, she is here with me at all times. Now she's here with me at all times. And when whoever call her, baby, she can pop up on the scene because she's part of my ancestors now. You understand what I'm saying? So, people dodging bullets because there's some things going on that we can't see. But guess what? The spirit realm can see. Anywho, mom passed. I thought that was the worst trauma I could go through. And it really took me down a spiral. It really did. Tore me up. Tore me up. Get somebody who know me to testify for you how tore up I was, baby. I was tore up. And throughout that whole process, my question was why? And the answer was for me to stand up on my own. And not be dependent. And I hadn't realized, and I'm going to say this, I was independent in the first place. And I chose to come back home to take care of my mom. So it wasn't like I was not already independent. I already had my own house. I had done all of these things. for myself. I had my own vehicle, all of these things I had done for myself. Mom got sick. I decided I'm going to go home, and I may have become dependent on her because some of the things, but then I would say this, the transition of it all was what I could do before I moved back to Atlanta, I couldn't do when I moved back to Atlanta. Because I had to learn how to walk and I had to learn how to do stuff. And so then when I began to get up and walk and do, what I had to do, I guess that process of being, I was just living, I was just living life, just living. So when she passed, it kind of like now, oh, what am I going to do? But see, all that time while I was just living, I should have been thinking, so what am I going to do? Because nothing is stationary. Nothing is just sitting here. Even this pen, it looks like I'm holding it, but it's just, all of this is no more than a hologram. And once you know that nothing stays the same, everything grows and changes and evolves. I can't necessarily say the word changes. Everything grows and evolves, and it is our responsibility to grow and evolve. We can do it free willingly. The universe also has its ways of making things come to an end. I can give you another quick story about making things come to an end. A couple of years ago, had a whole bunch of people living in my house, and I was so frustrated, but I was so kind. And I wouldn't tell people to leave and wouldn't tell people they were breaking my peace and bothering me. I was just so kind. I'm just going to let them take over, baby. And I finally got to the point where I was like, I just can't take this no more. So then, the next thing happened. Maybe I had to move. It was a whole eviction letter on my door. All those people living in my house, couldn't nobody give me $100 to stay in there. Hello, somebody. Everybody staying with me. Ain't nobody got 50 cents on the dollar. So, who had some money in their pocket. Okay. Got me and my children a roof over our head. But it took God to tear that down, or the universe to tear that down. That was no good for me. That was draining me. That was working me. And I didn't know how to say no, or I didn't know how to say stop. So when you look at your life and you understand that some of the transitions that you've gone through were for you, all of them. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Not some of them. Each and every transition that you go through, we go through. Guess what? It was something you needed. The universe will never put more on you than you can bear. You will always have what you need when you need it. There's much supply. Nothing is running out. Everything is abundant. There's no such thing as food shortage. There's no such thing as what is the word people like saying these days? Recession. I'm recession proof. I'm part of the universe. Who does that? Somebody with a mindset of lack. Baby, there is no lack. There is no lack. There is nothing but abundance here on this universe. Stop complaining about the price of food. Say, thank you for more money in my pocket. And buy what you want to eat. Come through, somebody. If you did it before, don't do it again. Period. I've lived long enough to know that this too shall pass. And I don't care what nobody shows me. There is nothing to fear on this planet. It's nothing to fear. I'm going to tell you the only thing that a person should fear, and this is truthful, their own thoughts. When you realize that your thoughts are creating your reality, you'll be careful about what you think. And you'll pay attention to what's going on in your head. And you'll begin to pay attention to your thoughts and look around in your reality. Oh, baby, you get to singing another song then. You understand your words are more powerful than what you think then. Just all of that negative stuff will just completely stop. Because you'll say to yourself, I deserve more than this. I deserve better than this. I deserve. And then you just start remixing your whole life and looking at it as it shifts. Like, I like this, but I don't like that. I appreciate this part, but then understanding duality. Duality is all there is. If there is love, there can easily be hate. If there is hot, there can easily be cold. If there is up, you know there is down, you know there is left, and there is right. Everything is dualistic. That's even like when you read the book, the Bible. Guess what the Bible is? A very dualistic Bible. Because it has positive aspects in it, and it has negative aspects in it, and it's up to you to be the head and not the tail of any of it. It is up to you to claim your DNA. It is up to you to agree with God. It is up to you to say, I was created not to be forsaken. I was created out of love. I came from love. I live in love. I live in an atmosphere of freaking love. And I will not let any person destroy that. Because from the moment of our births, we have had exactly what we thought we could have. That's right and think you can have something else. That's all you gotta do. That's right. Start playing with it yourself and just test. Do a test. Do an emergency broadcast testing on your own life. And believe that you can have something that you never thought you could have. Pray about it. Be about it. And watch it flow to you. Watch the intelligence, the formula, the packaging. Watch it as it flows through your mind. Watch the correct words come out of your mouth at the right time. Watch how you begin to shut things down because they don't resonate with you no more. That makes no sense to me. I don't agree with it. And I just can't agree with being in the presence of this, because if this is what I'm going to have to, I'm not going to be able to do it. And do I love you? Yes. But I'm consciously aware of what goes in my ears, because I've had to break through a lot of programming. And I don't know what core belief I may still have. And so, no, I cannot let any and everybody pour into me. No, I'm not going anywhere where it may be a place where I can find myself judging. That's the one thing that I truly work on, to not judge nothing I see. That's not my place. That's not what I was created to do. I'm here to observe it. Because in the end, when you begin to meditate, you'll see it's not happening to you. Now, is that a place to be grateful? Heck, yes. Because it could be the other way. It could be happening for you. Because nothing, I'm going to say this, nothing happens to anybody. Everything happens for you because either you thought it or you spoke it. So it's happening for you. It's being fulfilled for you. So your thought process is wrong. Your words that you're speaking wrong. Guess what's being fulfilled for you? Because you're not forsaken. Period. That's how loved and adored and heard, and that's how we're looked at. What's up, slick, relax, fit? That's how we're looked at. Love, we are truly adored. Get your mind right, get your words right, because everything you are dictating your own freaking life. I want you to believe it. I want you to open your ears, your heart, and be able to receive what I'm saying to you. It's being fulfilled because you are loved. It's being fulfilled because you were thought about. It's being fulfilled because you are a part of the universe. It's being fulfilled because you are who you are. You are part of something so freaking magnificent. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But if you never see it in yourself, and if you never get quiet enough to understand, things are going on all around me, but nothing is going on with me. That's a blessing. And to stand in the place of, no, that don't resonate with me. I don't like that. You know, I'm not judging it, but I'm gonna shut that down. I'm not gonna be a part of that. I'm tired of, and I told one of my girlfriends, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of some stuff in my life. And everybody has to get to that point where enough is enough. And some of this stuff is petty. It's I don't know what. Petty, 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 petty. Petty anger. But if you realize that the person that you cussing out and the thing that you got so much hatred for is no more than a reflection of you, you will stop a lot of this stuff. If you could understand that karma is just dualistic, karma is just karma. People want to put a good and a bad on it. It's no such thing as good and bad. It's only you in the middle. It's karma. It's just a word. Now, if you planted something good, you know you're going to receive something good. Good comes back once you put good out there. But if you putting out crazy stuff, guess what you're going to get? Crazy, more crazy stuff. Until you change this. This is the everything. This is the seed of God. Your pineal gland is everything. What is it? Your melanin at the base of your brain. That's everything. That's the space where nothing exists and everything is. Because within inside of you, that's how you create. What you create inside of you and your thoughts, your dreams and the words that you speak, and as you go to sleep at night and you're thinking about what your next move is, you are heaven. And if you see it inside of you, you better goddamn believe it. You're going to see it outside of you. You might as well go on and get ready. Buttercup, because it's coming up just for you. You have placed yourself in a magnificent dream within yourself. You God dreaming. What? And you actually you feel it, you hear it, you know what it feel like, you feel good in it, and you soothe yourself to that thing. Oh my God, the universe is opening up doors, baby. You might as well get ready to see. Let me. Oh, you're gonna see so many doors opening, you're gonna see so many fives too, because some stuff gonna have to end. It's gonna have to be some transition. Yeeson, what's up, Yeeson? It's going to have to be a transition once you begin to, when you're walking through these portals. And I tell everybody, every door that you walk in, I want you to realize it's a portal. Speak what you want to happen once you hit that other side of that door. Before you touch that doorknob, you start talking about what it is on the other side of this door that you want. Because the power of spoken word is the most awesome thing in the world. Because it was three things that was given to you at birth: power, love, and a sound mind. Person without a sound mind, dangerous. Wait, they like it. They don't know. I don't know. Have I been like that? Of course. Of course. Can I say I was dangerous? No, I was so confused. That's the best way to say it. I was just so confused. But when you have a sound mind and you make up your freaking mind, you have done it all. You can get you some paper and you can petition all day long. Let me tell you something. If while you petitioning, you writing these grand petitions, dear universe, dear God, whoever you write to, if what you writing ain't got no feeling behind it, if you ain't got no emotion in your petition and you don't feel it, your inner being has not connected, your handwriting hasn't changed, you just writing, baby. There's some things about automatic writing when you ask yourself questions and just sit there with a piece of paper and a pencil and sit there till your hands start writing. You'll be shocked on what your spirit tell you. Most people won't even question their spirit, won't even ask themselves a question at night and wake up in the morning with the answer. Why? Because they don't believe they can. They don't believe they can connect like that. Most people think that they just connect through meditation. Meditation is a great form to connect to your higher self, but on a 24-hour basis, how do you stay connected? You stay connected with your breath, because the breath is the evidence that the spirit is alive and well in you. That's the main thing. Stay connected to your higher self. Is in the presence of the breath, in the presence of the moment, in the sacred moment, that at this moment, I don't need a thing. I have everything that I need. I am so fulfilled. And even if I decided to get up and go to my refrigerator, I have exactly what I need right now. You know, I have the ability, we have the ability to go into our closets, our wardrobes, and pick out whatever it is we want to wear. Eat whatever it is we want to eat. Go wherever it is we want to go. Be whatever it is we want to be. But for some reason, we feel so freaking limited to these choices. And then we feel, for some reason, we feel as though other people have something that we don't have. We were built with everything that we need. Whatever, and I'm going to shorten this. I didn't know I was going to be on here this long. I'm going to say this. Whatever you decide to be, know that you already are. So you're not waiting to be anything. You are exactly what you think you are. You have to have confidence in yourself. Not confidence in other people, but confidence in you. Confidence in your subconscious mind to create your reality the way you see yourself inside of yourself when you dream and you think and you have all of these epiphanies. And full determination to be as successful as you possibly, because see, success is different in everybody. just did a game with a few of my friends. This is the truth. Went around the table and everybody was talking about what success looked like to them. Now I want you to understand, heaven is different for everybody. The imaginations of heaven, different for everybody. What if you actually realized for the first time in your life that it's where you live right now? Think about it. None of these things are important to spirits. None of this stuff. It's important to us. But to the spirit, a spirit is everything. Okay? It really needs nothing at all. Okay? We are manifesting flesh. And so, it takes money, housing. Most of us have vehicles, all of these things. These are our desires, our wants. Okay? Now, do we create because of the mindset of we lack something? Of course. Let me tell you how. I'm going to give you the truth. When I first moved to Florida, I was in the back of my girlfriend's truck. We had just left the beach. And I was looking at the lights across the bridge. And in that moment, I thought of myself driving across that bridge. Didn't really think too much of it because I didn't have a job. And, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how that's going to happen. Tell you how it happened. Messed around, got a job. How did I get the job? Went and applied for it. But what job was it? Cab driver. Now, I get there, Z-Trip, working. I don't even think I worked the whole month. But I found out, baby, they had the black executive cars. Oh, baby. What? Oh, I'm going to drive that. I'm not driving this gray Z-Trip car. No more. Now, mind you, I had a brand new minivan. Okay? That was great. That was great. My mind was set on getting that 300. So you know what I did? This is no lie. You see this right here? I got me a sticky note and I wrote on here, thank you for my 300. And I put it on the dashboard of my cab. Every day for 3 weeks, it was thank you for my 300. Went into that office and I said, do you have any black cars available? Miss Tracy said, you know what? I just had one turned in last night. It's a Chrysler. You want it? Thank you for my 300. Oh, I took myself with these stories, but they're real. And I pay attention. I pay attention to life. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. It's your girl, Latiska. Make sure that you check out my website, divinetimeinglp.com. Make sure you check out my YouTube page, Latiska Power. Also, make sure you check out my Anchor broadcast. Okay? It's Divine Timing LP. Everything that's divine is all about us because we're all divine, sacred, holy beings. You guys have a blessed, beautiful, amazing night. Thank you for your listening ear. Thank you for your time. And may it be replaced with your heart's desires. Because people say you can't get your time back. So I appreciate you spending your time with me. And because you spent your time with me, hope you got some valuable content out of here. Hope you got something to remember. Hope you got you some sticky notes so you can start making your post-its around the house. I hope you got some stuff from this broadcast. May the universe continue to bless you. I love you. Good night.